What is going on, guys? It is Brendan with the Just Kicking It podcast here with my main man, Tyler Young, and my beautiful, beautiful assistant that has graced us with an amazing tan, T. Messer Torin.
Why did you sound like D. Trump right there? T. Messer.
Huge.
Huge.
He's got a great tan.
They're both gay.
Yay. Okay. God damn it.
Shout out Shane Gillis.
Oh,
Yo.
shit.
He's never going to see that. But, amazing weekend for you, huh? It's pretty interesting shit happened.
Depends on who you ask. Yeah. Yep. The KK Mobile is no longer. I say no longer. They might pick it up and be like, oh, we can fix it, and then fuck me over. So, like, we'll see.
The what mobile?
What are they going to
The
fix?
KK Mobile?
I think maybe a different name for that.
Nah. If you just don't think too hard or think hard enough and like,
Just
oh,
don't
there's
call
only
it the
two.
KK car.
There's only two Ks.
That's
Not
horrible.
that third one. Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that car had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of fun times. A lot of
Yeah.
times that it's almost hit a guardrail.
A lot of road trips.
I mean,
A lot of road trips.
that thing's been. Listen, I'm happy to see that it's lasted that long because that car could have been destroyed about.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
50,
Honda,
11
dude. I didn't
times.
treat that. I did not treat it right. I didn't get two shits about it, and it was great. It was great.
Oh, girl, just kept on chugging.
Yeah.
So what happened? Like, walk us through
Alright,
how
dude,
it all
so-
went down.
We're driving through South Bend. Took a little detour, going to another state before we went to Illinois. And driving through, the storm that was supposed to hit Illinois misses it and just hits South Bend around the same time we're traveling through it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I slowed down, just did my normal thing. And I'm switching lanes, and all of a sudden, dude, we're just sideways. And there's no stopping it. So we just go off the side of the road, hit the fucking big-ass hill, spin around a couple times, and yeah.
Fuck. So who was we? Who was with you?
Me, my dad and I, and then my son's been going to daycare with this little girl since they're like 2 or 3, and it's her dad because he's a big Cubs fan too. So we were going to do the Cubs convention, and yeah, I wasn't missing that, dude. We spent a ton of money on that shit.
He's never going with you again.
Who I guarantee you he will. We had dude. It was a great time.
I mean, it was a hoot.
It was a great time.
Crashing the car on
So
the
like,
way.
I didn't get hurt. Like, actually, when we were done, I was like, "Well, that was pretty fucking fun." And then Joey was in the back seat. He hit his head, but I don't know if where he hit his head or if it was just like the impact going through the airbag. Like, he still hit his head on the window or something. And my dad was holding the oh shit handle. I don't know. Oh, this is the only thing that makes sense to me is he was holding it with 2 fingers, and he was holding on to it pretty fucking tight. So when the airbags went, and he was still holding it, it split his fingers, like in the middle right here. So like, if he does that, you can literally.
He really
see
was an
inside his
alien.
hand. Yeah,
Christ.
that's the worst that happened.
So he looks like a Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, but so like he's got to tape it up, and then it's got to heal. Like, you can't get stitches or like staples there because like where it's at, it's just got to naturally heal.
Ugh.
But like, that's the worst that happened. Like, you know.
I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I mean,
I feel bad for my mom, but I mean, whatever.
why?
I'm not elaborating on the joke.
Aw.
Was she hitching a ride in the trunk?
No, because now.
Now he's gonna have to be a switch hitter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For the next few
Yeah.
months, that's gonna be a
Yeah.
real tough situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's putting 2 in the pink and 2 in the stink.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Bowling
come in
ball that
peace.
shit. Oh shit. So yeah, it was a good time.
Sorry for that visual, by the way. Just kind of realized
He
it's
said,
probably
"That's
a
still your
disturbing
mother."
visual.
No, I don't really give a shit.
Your mother's a nice lady.
Yeah, I'm the 4th kid, so like she had to have some crazy shit go on. So
Obviously.
yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Not all mommies are good mommies.
Roast.
Look at Casey Anthony.
Oh fuck.
What was
Some of these people won't know who that is though.
No, but
Luckily.
if you know, then you know. She was not a great mommy.
She's great looking mommy.
Yeah, she's
I don't
a killer.
remember what she looked like. She's a killer. Oh, damn it. I don't remember what she looks like. Damn, that was a minute ago. But yeah, so hopefully, luckily I have an extra car. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get an extra car or, I don't know. Just depends on what insurance says,
So, not to kind of deviate from that.
Oh, we can deviate from it.
That is a pretty big deal.
Nah.
But
that's what we got insurance for,
I kind of want to go and talk for like a really short amount of time.
Why? We could talk the whole time about it.
There's a lot of times that we say stuff on this podcast, like as far as shoe related things, that a lot of people have no idea what the hell we're talking about unless they're interested in shoes.
That's right.
So like whenever we say like a shoe is DS, okay, or like something like that, nobody knows what that means for the most part unless you're like in the shoe community or like in that kind of realm. So
what does that mean?
I just figured it meant this shoe is the shit.
The shit?
I mean, it could. I mean,
no,
sometimes.
You know? Yeah.
I have no idea.
DS does stand for dead stock, which is like brand new, never worn, never tried on, like as if you got it straight from the store or the factory. That's
straight
like,
from UPS?
Like it also has sub variants like VNDS. NDS is like very near dead stock or near dead stock. Like, you know,
a lot of the people that use that terminology though are like old heads.
Yeah,
like you've been in the game for like 10 plus years.
Well, I'm glad you gave that explanation because I was like, and an old head it is.
Yeah, old head, 10 plus year vet.
Let's see here. OG all like be like if it has the original laces and box.
Yeah. So
stuff
it's
like
so
that.
weird now. Like some people say OG all means just the box. Some people say OG all's box with extra laces and receipt. Most people don't carry receipts.
Nobody carries the receipt
because they want to keep them for tax purposes. Because some people actually do the right thing,
and some people also.
Or
I mean, a lot of
online
things they don't come with receipts.
Yeah, you have to keep them in your like email or something.
Yeah, you have to like keep them in your email, like in a separate like inbox thing. So.
Yeah, I don't do that. I mean, we do that.
I know a few weeks ago we had the Jordan 3 DB, which it stands for Dorenbecker. It's a collab they do with Nike, where the kids actually get to draw and create their own shoes and stuff like that. So I'd really like to get some people to give me like some comments and stuff like that on a post where I can go and kind of answer what the hell we're talking about a lot of times, because I don't want it to like start going over people's head with like a bunch of random terminology, because I mean we've been doing it for over 10 years, so like
it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, we just say stuff sometimes and don't realize like it's the same thing with artwork and stuff. Like I say, oh well, it's a vector, or if it's a PDF or an EPS or whatever, they're gonna like, I have no idea what is that like.
Yeah.
I want to be able to.
If they want to get hit, then they'll ask them questions.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a learning curve for me, like kind of as the producer of this whole thing, like for you guys' shit. It's like, I don't know what the fuck this shoe is called. I have to get in touch with you guys and be like.
So like, what is a term that we use that besides the ones that I've mentioned, obviously, that we've used that you just are like, I have no idea what they're talking about?
Well, I mean, really just those probably, and really the hardest thing for me is just like the names and shit. Like the
names are whatever you want them to be. A lot of times, like obviously, like when they come out, Nike goes and creates a name a lot of times according to that shoe. But like, there's some people that like they'll say for the Jordan 11 Concord, they'll say, oh well, that's the playoff 11, or well, I guess it'd be the bread, but even still. Like bread, for instance, is the like shortened of black and red colorway from most things. So if you see the word bread, it's usually a black and red silhouette.
I don't really know how that makes sense.
No idea, but it's just a shortened version of those.
Yeah, see, like that kind of shit is what really throws me.
A lot of it is it just kind of depends. Like you have to just see it on posts and stuff like that, but like. you can make
longer
it
you're
whatever
into
name you
it.
want it to be.
Yeah.
Like we did the reimagined Royal One, okay? It would have just been a Royal One, like it would have been a suede Royal Run if they didn't put the word reimagined, like from Nike with that shoe. You know what I mean? It would have just been a suede Royal Run to us. So Nike kind of comes up and creates the names of a lot of the shoes and stuff that come out. It's just
there's a lot of
kind of guessing and stuff a lot of times.
Or there's marketing.
Yeah.
Like the Reimagine line is getting overplayed, but
What's the weirdest shoe name that you've ever come across?
Human Race is one that goes on there. That's Pharrell's line from Adidas was the Human Race.
Huh.
I would say Dornbecker would be up there just because, like,
yeah, you're gonna have
what's a Dornbecker?
Yeah, you're gonna have no idea what that is.
It's probably a person's name.
Yeah.
I always thought this shoe was weird, and I don't understand how the name corresponds with the shoe, but the word up tempo, I'm like, how does that correspond with what the shoe looks like? And then they did like a Supreme one, so they called it the Sup Tempo.
Wordplay, baby.
So like, I don't understand how that correlates or whatever, but like, I mean, the same thing with Shacknosis. And then the shoe looked like a bunch of circles on the side of it. So
Trying to get you in the loop.
But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of really weird names for things. But
since we're talking about names, where the fuck did Kompiled Kicks come from?
Oh,
that came from a ride back from Chicago where me and him we literally made like 2 or 3 videos, like random videos, about like just reviewing stuff
oh my gosh, in the old shoe room.
In the old shoe room in his house, and we were like,
shit.
We were riding back from a shoe convention in Chicago, and I was like, man,
we had to come up with another K. So, long story short, I was doing the some shoe podcast, like interview stuff with someone, and it just didn't work out. But I've already made the design with the 2 Ks. So instead
had it in his mind.
Yeah, like, and so instead of like trying to redo it, I'm like, oh, I already have a logo, we already have a name. Let's just try to figure out another word with a K to make it make sense. And
it was literally like I know one of my friends. His name was Jonathan. He was Controlled Kicks, and then it kind of spun off into Controlled Chaos, which is what he went under whenever he did like wrapping cars and stuff like that.
Damn, that's who wrapped my car and he died.
Yeah, he passed away like
R.I.P.
last year. But
damn.
So like his logo was like backwards K's, and I didn't realize it at the time. But like,
it has spades on the top.
I knew, his had a spade on the top of it, and I was like, man, it can't be Controlled Kicks, because that's obviously his name. So like, but I kind of like that idea. I was like, well, what about the word Kompiled? Even though it doesn't start with a K, like we were thinking of like collecting kicks, and then we like searched through Instagrams to see like, oh well, this one's not available, this one's not available. So we kind of like narrowed it down to what was available as a name for our Instagram, that we could switch a C out with a K and then create the name together for Kompiled Kicks. So it kind of was like a random thing. It just kind of stuck.
Yeah. Well, and the word compiled means a gathering of information.
Sure.
So, like when we do an event, it's a gathering of information. It's a gathering of
people. It's a gathering
products,
of sneakers. It's
like knowledge,
culture, basically.
So,
I mean, we could be Kompiled Culture, and it would be
No, I like Kompiled Kicks.
No. I'm just saying, like, if it was Kompiled Culture, then it would be a different wordplay as far as like what we get from our shows, like the culture itself. You know what I mean?
So you said you already had the logo. Did you already have a name for both the Ks, or did you just know that you wanted to have?
Yeah. So before Kompiled Kicks, it was Costco Kicks.
Oh, okay.
And it was KAWSCO for like Costco, and then the cause people. So it's just the word combined. But Yeah, I mean,
which Costco is kind of a cool name for shoes. Like,
it 100%.
yeah.
Like it was cool wordplay, like
100%.
for cause
Yeah.
and like
Especially if you're trying to buy shoes in bulk.
Yes.
that would be cool. But
Literally, yes. Yeah. Very good wordplay.
Costco.
But yeah, I mean, just didn't work out. So
Yeah.
I've never been there. Never been.
Costco?
Me neither.
you probably go to BJ's.
I've never been to either
Fucking
one of
rich
them.
guy.
I've been to
You
Sam's
do
Club.
go to BJ's, don't
I've
you?
been to Sam's Club.
He said, I've been to Sam's Club, yeah.
Shout out Sam Walton.
Shout out Samuel.
Yeah, no, I've never been to Sam's Club.
I've been to BJ's.
How's
Shout
that
out
bank
my
account?
wife.
How's that bank account looking? You got a mill?
Not yet. I'm
Oh.
working on it.
What?
I'll take 500,000.
Tap me in. God.
Dude, it's cold as fuck out here.
It is.
But you know what's worse is my shoes are a little wet too. So like
Dude, it
my
feels
tootsies
great.
are
Stop
my
it.
tootsies are
It
freezing.
feels great. Compared to outside,
Oh, I mean, compared to outside, it's like negative 22 outside.
baby,
Yeah.
I'm working outside and it's tough.
Mhm.
I'm letting you know I'm not working outside, and it is not tough.
It is tough. That shit sucks.
My fucking water pipes in my laundry room are frozen, so I can't wash
You
my
take a
clothes.
hairdryer to him.
No.
Yeah.
I probably would suggest that.
Well, they're in the wall. They're like they're
Oh,
not
they're in the
exposed.
wall.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
in the wall. So I don't
you
know.
can
what
still
to
heat
do.
your wall up.
Yeah, I
I
thought
wouldn't
about putting
recommend
like a space heater over there, maybe.
It's probably
Just
a pretty
keeping it in
good
the
idea.
room. Space heater in the room.
Yeah, but I don't have one,
Oh.
so I need to
Oh,
get
they're
one.
They're
only
like
like-
$30.
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Big Lots. $20.
Yeah.
So,
Costco.
do you have any other fire questions? Because that was a great question.
Yeah.
As far as like,
Now I don't know
Well,
if you
I
had
know
that
that was
ready,
like off the dome,
but
but
that yeah.
Let's just keep it fun,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
keep it light.
keep it fun here, guys.
Yeah, because I think that's actually a lot of people like question.
I mean, they're still not going to pronounce our name right. Where's this complied kicks?
I know.
Yeah.
No, still
Yeah.
not.
No,
complied.
no.
How about no?
No,
Yeah.
it's a no. What about this fucking puzzle here? We haven't
Dude,
even
no
done shit
progress
to this
at
fucking
all.
puzzle.
This puzzle.
None. It got fucked up by somebody, and
This
I
puzzle's not going to be done until 2025.
dude, you might not be wrong. I fucking hate puzzles.
There's not a deadline on that, is there?
No,
Hope not. 2025 is coming close.
they aren't selling anymore though.
What is your like favorite collab? Like in your opinion, what's the coolest collab that you've ever seen?
Ooh.
Ooh, man. That's good. That's really good.
Don't do no basic shit. Don't do Supreme.
Don't do undefeated fours, bro.
Supreme is too obvious. It's
Yeah, I
just-
mean, they do too much shit, though.
Favorite collab? I'm not gonna say that that's my favorite, but the East Side golf stuff is kind of dope.
Yeah, I don't own any of that stuff, but it is really cool. I do like the Zion collab on the Jordan 1, even though he's a Jordan brand athlete. That's kind of a
Is
comp
that
out.
yeah?
It's kind of a comp out because he is a Jordan brand athlete. Let's see here. They did an Aston Martin Kobe pack one time. It's freaking cool. They did like 500 pairs of them.
Damn.
That's a really cool pair.
I'm probably gonna say Dornbecker.
Dornbeckers are always
Honestly,
sick
yeah,
because of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want to hear something that's really like sad? There's
Yeah.
a kid that created one of the Dornbeckers,
Uh-huh.
and he died before they released it.
Oh,
So like that one's one of the most expensive ones, or whatever you can
I mean,
buy.
that's- And it's only happened once.
Yeah, it released like
Those are pretty good
separately from all the other ones, and they came out
Yeah.
with another Jordan that year. But they separated that one by itself because the kid passed away or whatever before the release, and they didn't want to build hype on it
From his death.
from his death or whatever, and they didn't want to make money on it. So all the money went to the family or whatever instead of the
Dornbecker,
foundation
yeah.
or whatever, which was exceptionally generous from Nike.
Sure. Well, and they auction like they have like their one of one auctions for all the shoe they come out,
Those are ridiculous.
and they auction them off. So like one shoe could go for like $100,000,
yeah.
and all that money goes towards the Dornbecker Foundation. But like
Would you consider the
those are pretty good odds, though.
would you consider the Air Mag as a collab? Collab with Back to the Future and Warner Brothers? I mean, that's a good question to ask. I mean, Coraline Dunks are up there. Those are cool. I mean, I just like the
Box Troll Rushies.
Yeah, Box Troll Rushies. I just like whenever they put extra thought into stuff. And like for instance,
I don't even know if you would call those collabs though.
I mean, it's not a Nike entity, so I would consider it a collab because it's not owned by Nike. Like, they had to get the licensing from somebody else to do the shoe. So, like, the Freddy Krueger, for instance, is not licensed by Nike, which is why they had to burn all of them.
Yeah.
And that's also why they're $25,000 to $50,000 for the pairs that are available.
Yeah.
I like the Fruity Pebbles. That's all I got.
That's a cool collab.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's all I got.
LeBron.
Did you know they're coming out with a Fruity Pebble LeBron 4, and it literally looks like Fruity Pebbles on the side of the shoe? It's pretty lit. Pretty lit too.
Hell yeah. So anyways,
The mic discipline.
Listen, just cause you have that in front of your face doesn't mean I'm not.
Gotta give him the Kawhi laugh. Yeah. Yo, so there is an event this weekend. I mean, when this gets posted, it's gonna be late, but there's an event this weekend. You going to it?
Possibly.
You
I
even
don't
know who's?
Are you talking about Central Kicks? Yeah, I knew of it. Kind of.
I think it's Sunday. I'm probably not gonna be able to go because I got some stuff I got to do in Tipton, but
it's probably because you're like way too rich, and you're like, man, they don't deserve my money over there.
Shit.
They don't deserve it. The poors.
No. Shit. That's it. Where's that at? Lebanon. There's another event in Lebanon in February, and
That's deep.
it's yeah. I'm not gonna comment on it.
Lebanon's mad deep.
What?
No, listen, it's mad deep for a Sunday event that I don't really care if I go or not.
Oh yeah. You don't need anything right now?
The only thing I don't really need anything. I'd set up a table to sell Funko Pops. That's about it. I got about 50 of them hoes.
Dude, without telling
50-11 times.
Without saying any information about it.
Yep.
I can't wait until we start doing some shit like that at the events.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's gonna be lit.
That's gonna be fun. I don't know if Torrin's thrilled for that or not.
What is it?
The event stuff that we were talking about doing, like going to events instead of like selling shoes, like.
Oh yeah.
I think that'll be a really fun thing.
Literally no one's doing it or has done it.
No.
They walk around.
Networking.
They walk around and talk to people, but like,
and
I want to interact with you on a different level. Like, I want it to be more personal.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking about, like editing this last podcast that we just put out about the Dornbeckers, right? Because you guys were kind of recapping the trip and stuff, and as I was editing it, we were getting notifications on the Kompiled Kicks Instagram from some random motherfucker that was like, hey, I could have swore this dude was standing in line waiting for the Dornbeckers.
It's like, surprise.
It's like, whoa, wait, we really fucking were, bro.
Yeah,
like I really was out there, cuz.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So
yeah, I mean, I do like, I mean, I don't want to sound like some prick, but I do like getting recognized a little bit in public. That's kind of a cool thing to like see that some people actually do pay attention to your shit. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. But just the fact that he was like, you've had people follow you, like after you ran that ad for the recap, there were people following you from that reel that were there and saw you. Like
had
they didn't
no idea that was what it was for.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, like that in that regard, that's pretty tight. So I think going to events at the same time as like putting out content is a really good idea because it's good for networking and you'll be able to build up an audience.
That it's like really quickly wrapped up, you know what I mean? Like as soon as we do an event, like we've got to be editing it and getting it out because like that's important to not only the people that were going to their events because that's a recap kind of their event, but it's also important so that the people that were there still remember talking to that person, like talking to us or whatever there at that show, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want it to, I mean...
It's a little easier for me to bang out, like, highlights or, like, recaps Whereas if I'm editing a podcast, I like have to sit through the whole thing.
The whole
basically.
thing, and it's
Multiple
not just
times.
Yeah.
Well, typically just one time, but yeah. I mean, there are like AI plugins that you can download to your software that will like do all the cutting for you. But I don't know. And I could just fucking phone it in and be like, cut here, cut here, cut here. But I like to like do it with the conversation.
Yeah.
So it's like natural. But
I think that'd be dope. And there's a couple other things that we could do, like, never mind. I'm not gonna get into
like when we
here,
went up to
but-
Chicago, you guys had that like recap of the trip the next day, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's to me. I think that's really cool and really important.
Keep the hype.
to kind of keep the flow of everything that's going on with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And to be honest, I kind of like where we're at with the podcasts. I know that they are a bit delayed, but we've like built up so many that it's like
It
even
works out.
even if there is a week where it's like fuck it, we're not going to be able to make this
Yeah.
one. We've got like a backlog of them.
We've got a backlog of like 4 podcasts right now.
Yeah.
3 to 4 podcasts right now that could literally come out and just like
Whenever,
all be
yeah.
good. Like they're
Yeah.
all pretty good podcasts.
And we've got it all down to like a science now, which is
Which
great.
means it's only gonna get better.
We had some growing pains in the beginning, but
It's gonna be dope.
Listen, between us not holding our mics up and then the fucking sound being a little jacked up, and I mean some controversy with me taking a hoodie off, other than all of those things.
Hey yo,
and shoe sizes.
And shoe sizes. People
dude,
getting
that was
offended about
good. I don't care, dude. I don't care if it
said, "I
upsets
don't
some
care,
people. I don't give a fuck, dude. That shit's gold. That's
Bro.
that's what I want.
That one reel of you guys talking about how Indiana was behind the trend, it like pissed a lot of people off.
Good.
But it's true, bro.
Good.
It really is. Like,
yeah.
there's a crazy number of people that are like, nah, bro, we're still up and about. And like, no,
But
you're
they're
not.
they're
Go to
just not.
somewhere that's fashionable and then come back and be like, oh shit, I don't see anybody wearing that.
Yeah, like no one specific, but just like in general, like what how we were trying to explain is like people were listening, not hearing, because Indianapolis is fashionable, absolutely, but we're so behind that like there's no fashion clubs here. There's no like
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
When
to
you
be
think
fair.
of like or when you think of like the big cities, LA, New York, I'm sure some shit, Miami and Florida, like they have fashion shows. They have like that's where big people design their shit, and that's where they have their shows, their walkways and shit. Like when shit gets popular, we're months later. It gets to us.
look,
but, like,
imagine, look, Louis
we don't.
Vuitton,
People from here don't fucking support people, so no one gets big. They have to leave.
It's because anybody that has potential of being big here leaves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because leaving. I mean,
leaving makes it way faster for them to get popular.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But it's listen, you can't be mad at them. I mean, it
No,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But it's the same people like, oh, you changed. Like, yeah, I
Like,
had
not
to.
everybody
Like,
can be Machine Gun Kelly and just stay in Cleveland forever and then go, oh, I'm huge now. Like, now I'm going to move to LA after I'm already really popular with everybody.
let's take it easy.
Huh?
Let's take it easy.
Take it easy.
Listen, he was fucking really popular, okay? Listen, don't get me on a rant. I will defend
Oh shit!
the Machine Gun Kelly hill. Okay.
You and these goddamn white rappers.
I don't even like him as the rapper.
I did.
I liked him when he first came out with like Laced Up. Like I loved that shit.
yes.
All the way up until like Black Flag was a project that he put out that I really
Yes.
liked. And then from there he just for whatever reason just kind of fell off my radar.
Like 1,000 words. And so you liked 1,000 words in running. You liked
Damn,
Laced
you really don't
Up.
like- I don't even know his music
You
like
like
Is
that.
that a
that
song?
stuff.
1,000 Words in Running? Is that
Yeah.
a song? Is it on the Laced Up project?
I think so.
Probably. I'm not good with like song names. I'm good with album names.
I remember like my 8th grade year, I would sit in Mrs. Shit, I feel bad because I don't remember her name, but she taught computer class, and I would sit there with the big like computer headphones, plug it in, go on to I think it was Dat Piff, I think, and they used to like you could get like the whole album on Dat Piff, and like
Damn,
you could
I
just click
forgot
play and
about
go
Dat Piff.
bang bang bang
Bro,
all
yeah.
the way down it. Dude, I would listen to his entire album front to back, and like it was almost the perfect amount of time that period was. So I just like start at the beginning, like do what I needed to for computer class, and then bounce out at the end of the album. Basically.
Oh yeah. DatPiff. So if it was on DatPiff, it was probably a mixtape, right? Laced Up, I believe, was a mixtape, and then it turned into an album later.
Because it got so big.
Yeah, well, he also added some songs to it and made it like the deluxe version, and it's the album. But I saw him at the Egyptian Room like right after that shit took off. Like he was fun to watch.
I'm trying to think of his next album. So it was Laced Up, and then he did an album that was like all red. It was the Wild Boys album, or whatever. That's what it was on, or like that was like the big
I think
song.
It was on Laced Up.
Okay, so then they did the album that was shit. I'm about to go and look on my phone too. So he did
General Admission.
General Admission was okay.
Bloom
was not for me.
Never heard of it.
No, not
Never
for me
heard of
either.
it.
Hotel Diablo.
Never heard of it.
Hotel Diablo, fire.
Yeah,
It's fire.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. I don't like his rap, like his most rapping. But there's some that are on there.
I just like I respected him as an MC. You know what I mean? Like
So
I wasn't
liked
a
Half
fan.
Naked and Almost Famous.
I've heard of it.
It was pretty good.
Tickets to My Downfall. That's the only reason why I even listen to his music.
Is that like his emo
That's his
pop
first,
punk era shit?
Yeah, like rock, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
concert
haven't-
was so lit.
I haven't listened to much.
So crazy.
I caught him at Lollapalooza right at the beginning of his fucking rock and roll shit.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Came out with another freaking album that was.
Those are the
Oh, there it
only
is.
ones that I know
Those
of.
are all singles. That's what I was like. General Admission was okay. I would say General Admission was like. General Admission and Bloom were like the last two albums that I really was like, nah, it's all right. But like, I'm not in love with these. And then he started coming out with Binge and Hotel Diablo, Tickets to My Downfall, Mainstream Sellout, like all that. Couldn't do it for me. Didn't do anything for me. But
I think a big thing with me is like what these artists are like in their real lives, because I'll listen to like an interview about them or something, and just to know that he has like a fucking beautiful daughter and he's still like a fucking whiny drug addicted crybaby just pisses me the fuck off.
Like, bro, you're hella famous and rich. What
Yeah, dude.
problems do you really have?
That's what I say. Yeah, I'm like come on,
dude, you're hella famous. You have a daughter. You're doinking Megan Fox, which is like most people's dream. And
most people.
most people that have wieners.
I'm offended.
There's a lot of people that don't have wieners. You're right. But even still, like,
Oh shit.
like,
Yeah.
dude's got a lot going for him, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's just like something popular to do when you're famous.
Yeah.
You got to fucking go through some stupid shit to make music or something, and like you just put yourself through something.
I think somebody needs to Cat Williams him. You know, just kind of out him on like all the dumb shit. Because I mean, he's just got a lot. He's got a lot of stuff going right now that it's just like doesn't make any sense. Like there's a lot of shit going on.
Not just him, just every famous person in general. They're
think
just
there's
trying
a
to
lot-
find reasons to cry or like complain or like have a problem.
I think there's a lot of stuff in the music industry specifically that I feel like could, like, Cat Williams said this a few weeks ago in his
That podcast
right?
was crazy. Did you see that one?
He said,
Ooh.
Yeah.
he said, this
Fake
is
Fendi.
the year of knowledge and like discovery. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
Like, I really believe that there's some stuff that's going on in like the music industry. You can obviously see in comedy, you can see with like the Epstein stuff that's come out. Like, look, we're literally like 17 days into 2024, and there's a lot of craziness that's come out in most avenues of media, right? So I think that there's going to be some craziness that comes out in the music industry that we don't even expect or know. Like,
I believe
everybody
it.
knows
Yeah.
about the Illuminati, right? But do we know what extent that is? Do we know
No.
who's a part of that to what extent? You know what I mean?
For me, it's like it has to fall somewhere in the middle, because you could be like, oh, well, the Illuminati is probably real, but in reality, they're probably just, like just fucking people over or holding them like to their contracts and have fucked up contracts.
Some real fucked up shit.
Yeah, or you think they're fucking babies and eating them and like drinking blood and shit, and it's like there's no way that is the reality. It's got to be somewhere in the middle, right?
The funny thing is that there's so many famous people that all say the same exact things and use them as jokes and like ha 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 like funniness. That what are the odds that all these famous people are in on the same joke? Like,
how do you think they're famous? Why do you think they're famous?
But you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that all these people are in on the same act, saying the same exact things.
It's not a coincidence.
And it not be somewhat true.
Right.
To some extent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
why do you think LA has that giant, or Hollywood has that giant hill? They're underground. I was going to say something wild after that.
Dr. Evil.
Wild. That's a wild statement.
Dr. Evil has a base in the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, you ever seen Austin Powers and Goldmember?
He landed the big boy right off the coast of
I don't know what podcast it was, but there's this guy that's like kind of like Bozo the Clown, but like he actually like has his face tattooed.
Oh,
and his fucking like real hair spiked up and shit.
I know you're talking
and about. One of this podcast, I'm not going to say the whole thing because it's wild, but they were talking about how he like went to this exclusive party. You had to sign an NDA. You can't really talk about it. And he slipped up and said it was in LA, but like this woman was on this table doing what she was doing, and they like cut out some of her butt. And she was continuously doing what she was doing, like where she was at, and they were sauteing her butt meat and like cutting it up and eating it. And that's real shit that happened in LA. If that's happening in LA and that's just a casual 20-person party, surely they're doing some
wild.
Was she bad?
I mean, that's like a Tuesday type of dinner.
I mean, that's a whole definition.
Depends on whose ass you're cutting. I mean, that could feed a family.
What's the comedian's name? The stand-up comedian. He's from like Britain, from Great Britain, and he wrote The Office, like the original Office. You know who I'm talking about? Will one of you guys look him up? My shit's dead. But he wrote the.
Listen, you got to come fucking prepared, Torrin.
I know, but anyway, he hosted the Oscars a few years ago and just went in on Hollywood.
Oh, you're talking about
Jim Carrey?
No.
Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
Okay.
He fucking went in on Hollywood, bro, and all their faces, like the cameras were cutting to their faces and getting their reactions, and they were. Boy,
almost like whenever they lit up Kevin Durant at the ESPYs, and he's like, "Yeah, you could just." They said that this team over here was winning so much that Kevin Durant asked if they could join them, and they showed Kevin Durant.
But no, fucking Ricky Gervais was like, he did like an Epstein joke, and the crowd was like, ooh, and he was like, hey, he's your fucking friend. He's not mine, all right? Like, and the whole crowd was like, damn. They hard cut to Tom Hanks' face, and he was like,
fuck Tom Hanks.
Side eye.
Fuck Tom Hanks, dude.
Tom Hanks like, I would never do anything like that.
I would never do anything like that. Fucking dude.
So I read this thing today, right?
Oh gosh.
And it's about Jim Irsay. Okay. And did anybody know that Jim Irsay was in the hospital?
I just saw something about that on the news today.
No.
Okay, so Jim Irsay is in the hospital, right?
I mean,
and they said it was because of a respiratory attack or whatever, right? That is not at all what it's for.
Didn't he overdose?
Yeah. So they went to his house. They found him.
What the fuck?
They found him with shallow breathing, unresponsive, blue skin. And they
He's a real fucking diehard Colts
So they
fan.
Narcaned him. Then gave him like defibrillators, the ADEs or whatever, whatever they
clear.
Yeah, And then they gave him to the ambulance, and like they got his heart rate going enough till the ambulance could get there. But they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just an upper respiratory infection that he's fighting." No, this motherfucker overdosed, dog. Like, let's just.
Did they say of what? Like for
He
sure,
had
coke.
COVID.
No.
Like, we know coke's involved. Like
No, they said he's prescribed a bunch of pills and stuff like that, and they don't know what he overdosed on or whatever. But
Damn.
they were saying that it was a respiratory thing. That's why they called the ambulance. No, the people that were in charge of like doing the investigation as to why they were called and all that stuff, they marked it as an overdose. They didn't even like give him like, oh,
he's the owner of the
maybe-
Colts, bro. It don't matter. He's allowed.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's allowed to do that.
Listen, you wonder why the fucking Colts suck? It's because our goddamn owner is dying on the ground from overdose. He's spending too many money,
Dude,
too many dollars on fucking pills and not buying a fucking defense.
Dude, wouldn't you OD if you spent that much money and you still lost?
We could have made the playoffs if he fucking spent a little bit more money and didn't buy a fucking guitar. How about you sell off one of those goddamn guitars there, fucking Jim?
No. Well, I mean, he might now. He needs more coke. You know? Maybe fuck that whale.
Yeah,
Hold on,
fuck
hold on.
that whale,
There's a
pal.
Yeah. There's
Fuck
comma
that
somewhere.
whale, pal.
Yeah. But hey, you know.
You know what? I was really trying to clean up my language for this podcast, but
When you
Oh,
said
they've
that,
got
I
me
was just
beat.
mad confused. I'm like, who fucking cares?
no, I just like,
Bro, there's kids.
but like
Never mind,
to
I'm
an
not going to say
extent,
that.
but to an extent, like, you know,
Bro, kids watch YouTube.
SpongeBob
Would
said
never.
they were sentence enhancers. It just didn't really feel like it was enhancing the sentence as much as I was wanting it to.
I thought it did.
Even
I think it
if I
definitely
put an
did.
extra one in it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should sprinkle a little bit more in every now and again.
The passion.
Yeah,
The passion.
do we get
Abracadabra.
does YouTube
He said David
Does
Blaine
YouTube
is
like-
a bad
Yeah.
motherfucker, man.
does YouTube like cussing? Do they flag shit if we cuss too much?
Yeah, probably.
Obviously not. His fucking video's going crazy.
Yeah.
right now.
That is true.
I
That's
think
dope.
Instagram definitely does.
Really?
Yeah. Which makes
Yeah.
sense because it's not hitting that hard on Instagram. But it's also a little outside your guys' niche on Instagram. so.
Right.
Yeah, Instagram, that's out of the niche.
Hey.
But if you could put like hashtag magic on it, like,
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah.
it would have went off.
We're gonna get the wrong magic people to come over.
Magic together. This is nothing like. the
No,
card
I
that
don't mind
Post
those.
Malone's
Yeah, I don't
in.
mind those people. I'm just saying, like, they're gonna come over and be like, I'm looking up magic, not shoes.
Hey, I know somebody that sold a Magic the Gathering mat to Post Malone this week.
Okay.
He
That's
sold
kinda
him a
dope.
$2,000 play mat for Magic the Gathering.
Wait, he did just buy that $1 million card,
Yeah,
right? Post.
he bought. It was multi-million.
It was a multi-million-dollar.
Yeah, he paid over $1 million
Damn.
for one card.
Oh, what the fuck?
You've not seen it?
Uh-uh.
It's like a one of one,
He
like
bought it this summer.
the most expensive like magic card.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Anytime I open up Twitter, it's just death videos. So I never.
I told you I need those. I need to know who you follow
Yo.
on Twitter.
I'll start sharing some.
I guarantee. Do you even
Please.
follow? Do you even follow him, or is it for the For You page?
I think it's the For You page. Yeah.
I don't even,
Interesting.
bro.
Yeah.
On
That
Twitter,
means you like way too much shit.
no, it's just their algorithm is like weird. Like if you click on that post, there's something about like that post and like what. I don't know how
Listen.
how to describe it. But like, there's some shit on there that I don't follow. I follow maybe 100 people, and I'm never on my following page. But my For You page is wild.
Yeah.
I don't know how they made
thi-
it for me, but
I think it's got to be because you're either on one side of Twitter or you're on the other. You're either on the one side of Twitter where you just kind of live in la la land. You're like the
Yeah.
world is a great fucking fuzzy happy place,
Yeah.
or you're on the other side of Twitter where you're like,
Save the turtles.
holy fucking shit! If I go outside, I could be decapitated in the street. And that's
Literally.
the side of Twitter that I live
I
on.
was on Twitter for a second the other day, and literally like
fucking
I
37 times a day.
started. I started to fall under the category you're talking about because this person was smoking a cigarette and threw his cigarette into this hole.
And it blew up?
I
Fuck
was
yeah,
like,
dude.
yo, that was
Oh
tight.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I screen
Stupid.
recorded that song and then I put, "So you had a bad day."
Oh,
Went
damn it.
down, sing a sad song. Yeah, he blew
I want
the
you to
fuck
sing.
up. Yeah.
Damn it.
I want to hear you actually sing. I know that you can rap, but like that version of that song,
Just take a second. Just
you might want to
Just wait, baby.
leave it to who's not.
Wait, what?
Who sang it? Who sang it? Wait.
fucking,
Daltrey?
Nah, I don't fucking know.
I don't know who the hell sings that song, but it's definitely
So
not.
you had a bad day.
Shh.
You like that?
Yo, you could go see
That's
him sing
good
on the
right there,
27th. What is it? The 27th?
Who?
You?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't singing shit.
January 27th. I'll be performing live.
Singing.
Yeah.
You're live in the cut.
Yeah.
Dang.
Is it-
Yeah.
Where? What part of Indianapolis is that?
L.A. night. Yeah.
Is that in Indy?
Yeah.
What part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Your
Fountain
boy
Square.
T. Mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've only been to Fountain Square once.
I knew I'd get him lit up on this fucking LA night. I've never even watched a match.
Electric.
I have no idea what.
Oh,
like,
He's
God.
electrifying.
yeah.
Oh shit.
If you like 90s wrestling, you'd like LA Knight.
You think so?
Yeah. He literally is kind of a ripoff of like The Rock and Stone Cold with a new school twist, like as far as how he looks, but like the way he does his promos and stuff like that. Literally Rock and Stone Cold. He comes out in a Stone Cold vest with LA Knight on the back of it and cuts a Rock promo.
Gotcha,
I've not seen this either.
yeah,
What is this a show or a movie?
No, this is literally LA Knight. He
This
wrestles
is
for
WWE shit. Yeah.
Oh,
I just-
don't know who that is.
You know what I was thinking the other day? So I follow this girl. Her name's Nikita. I think.
Is he
her
new?
name. You
Is
know
this
who I'm
LA
talking
Knight
about?
new? I knew Nikita too.
Yeah, you know her. So she's on NXT or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking about that chick that like potentially is a porn star?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But like
I'm
I'm
glad
like
we're all on the same page
Yeah.
here.
I saw her like on my timeline, and she was just like dancing in her car, like eating Burger King or whatever the fuck she
You're
was
like,
doing.
hey, like,
And I'm just like, bitch, like, how does this work? Like, this is one of the reasons why I can't fuck with wrestling is like, if you're showing who you really are in real life, like,
There's
your
no
persona
kayfabe.
is just not
Yeah.
translating well into professional wrestling. Like,
Rhea Ripley.
imagine if we had Twitter or Instagram in the 90s and Stone Cold Steve Austin was...
I don't know.
Hunting what?
Well,
What does
no,
he do
okay,
now?
that's
He
fine,
hunts
that's fine,
and
that's
lives in
fine.
his own
I was gonna say,
fucking
I-
land.
That's fine,
His
but what about The
Nothing but
Rock?
his own
What about,
shit.
okay, let's say The
Yeah.
Rock. You know how The Rock is just goody two-shoes, fucking nice guy.
He's the great
I
one.
think he's no.
I did it for
But-
The Rock. I did it for the people.
But he'll come back and visit WWE, and he'll be, the fucking Rock. Like, he'll
Right.
roast motherfuckers.
He's gonna
he'll make
wrestle
fun
at
of people.
WrestleMania.
Can use
40,
some
by the way.
mail. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's nice as pie on Instagram.
Right.
And it's like,
Until you find out who he
you're
is. and-
fucking phony. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're not The Rock.
you
Like,
fucking jabroni.
If it
you
was-
candy ass.
Fucking
you want to hear
bro.
something crazy about The Rock? And you can't find this anywhere on YouTube now,
He's
bro.
not a rock.
No, his first interview on Howard Stern, Howard Stern brought up this story of The Rock choking a bitch out at an airport, like
I do-
fucking
yeah.
choking her unconscious. And you cannot find that shit anywhere on the
I
internet
guarantee
right
you
now.
it's on TikTok somewhere.
And
Reddit.
yeah, I feel like The Rock has like some deep anger.
Dude, he's in there with
issues, bro.
in with
Like-
Oprah and the Epsteins and shit.
Oh yeah, right.
He's with the Hawaii this shit that's going on in Hawaii still.
yeah.
He's with Oprah, like buying all the property.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
just
trying to
scandalous
he's trying to
motherfucker, too.
own Hawaii basically.
And he ruined the DC cinematic universe. Fucker.
fucking Black Adam.
This fucking guy.
You're not even black, pal.
Oh my
He's
god.
not. He's Hawaiian or Samoan.
Yeah,
You're
he's
Samoan, buddy.
Damn.
I'm just saying. Let's call it spade a spade.
No, you're
all right?
whoa. Hey,
He's not a spade. Hold up.
2024.
Look, listen, just because I mentioned a black card in a deck does not mean what I meant. Like,
Well,
I'll have to edit this out.
he said this part's definitely getting edited out.
Nah, this is the promo clip.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
no. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
so-
I was thinking about that. I was like, bro, no shot that The Rock or these other people, like, the fucking does
Rhea Ripley keeps kayfabe really well.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Sure. Yeah.
She does really good at kayfabe.
Yeah,
but
back in the day, though,
I
no
do
way.
like Roman Reigns is really good at kayfabe. To an extent, like he still does a lot of stuff for like Make-A-Wish and stuff like that. So like you have to be.
Yeah, that's some
You
John
can't
Cena
be.
shit.
You can't be
like,
Roman Reigns as that, but kayfabe is definitely like slowly a dying art. Like I think that the person that does the best in kayfabe out of anybody, excuse me, is MJF, and he's not even not a WWE wrestler.
I love him.
But MJF literally just goes up
Yeah.
to kids and just is like, "Fuck you
Yeah.
now."
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
He's a dick.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman, bro. He is a free agent with AEW right now. He is actually, fun fact, the odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble because he's a free agent. He hasn't signed with AEW yet. So they said that he could potentially sign with
He
WWE.
just goes up and like flips kids off. I
Dude,
love that.
like he does like signings and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And literally like if a kid goes up and tries to talk shit to him, he literally just be like, "Piss off, kid."
There's a
I swear to
video of
God,
him.
he's your personality.
I love
He's
it.
your personality. If you were a fucking professional wrestler, he
Let's
just is like,
go.
"Piss off, bud. I don't give a shit what you
That
say."
dude's a fuck.
Yeah.
That's a good guy right there.
I swear to God, he's awesome.
There's video of him. He'll be like autographing action figures, and then he'll just toss them across the room when he's done signing them. Just like get
Right,
the
like
shit out
so
of my
the,
face.
like the
tossing
kids and
it.
stuff like that, they pay for the autographs. They go and get an autograph. He goes like this. He'll toss the figure, and he's like, "All right, you paid for a picture." He goes, "All right, cool. All right, get out of my face."
Yeah,
Like he just does not give a shit. I love it.
Oh, that's good.
but yeah,
That's good. So he keeps the character intact at all times.
Yeah, like
So that's not even a character.
his
That's just him.
His post-match interviews, right? He'll be at a pay-per-view and they'll do like a post-match interview, and it's like him sitting at the table, and then like Tony Khan, which is the person that owns AEW, and like a couple of people, right?
Yeah.
He'll walk up to this thing and he'd be like, "Listen, January 1st, 2024, my contract's up. I do not give a shit where I go. It's whoever pays me the most amount of money."
I know
He
who
goes,
this guy
"Tony,
is.
don't get worried.
I know who this guy
Don't
is.
get worried. I don't mean it like that. But just know, whoever pays me the most amount of money,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. That's where I'm going."
yeah.
I know
I
what
was
you're
like,
talking about now.
This dude's wild.
Oh,
He's wild.
shit.
And you know who I think is super overrated? Well, there are a handful of people that are overrated as
Oh,
fuck.
goodness. Dominic
But-
Mysterio.
No. No. I actually like. I've never watched him. I've never watched a match of his, but
Okay.
I like him. I
think he's a great heel. Like he has heat like nobody else in WWE right now.
I think CM Punk's overrated as fuck.
Yes. I think
Fuck
that he
CM
has
Punk.
such a
He just
hype,
brings hype.
I don't give
He has
two
such a
fucks
hype.
about CM Punk.
and literally I think he has too much hype, and I don't think that he brings a product worth a damn. He brings a bad essence to the locker room too.
And here are two legends that I don't think should be considered legends. This might upset you or offend you, just so you know.
Okay.
Chris Jericho can suck a dick. I don't give a fuck about him. And neither Edge too. Fuck Edge. I don't give a fuck about Edge.
Edge is the one that I would say I'm a little bothered with. Okay,
I'm not.
you
I don't
are
like
talking
Edge.
about the first ever Money in the Bank champion. Had one of the most controversial moments in WWE whenever he cashed in on John Cena.
I will say, yeah.
At New Year's
Yes.
Revolution
Yes.
2006.
Goddamn.
One
Yeah.
of the most
I'll
controversial
say that.
moments in WWE history.
Dude,
Then goes on Monday Night Raw the next night and has a live sex show in the middle of the ring in front of live TV for fucking like 15
He did not
minutes,
get the
bro.
dick out.
I swear to God, this is the real segment from WWE
Yeah.
on the next night.
He got the dick out in front
Bro,
of
they
all
had a
these
whole
people?
ass bed. They threw fucking her bra off, threw her underwear out. Like, swear to God,
Those were under the blankets already.
that's okay. I mean,
Probably.
yeah, but
I will say,
as a fucking 10-year-old kid, you're like, dude, this is
Oh my
great.
gosh, mommy, I'm seeing titties that aren't yours.
I will say that I went to the Elimination Chamber, whatever pay-per-view that was on. Was it Elimination Chamber?
Okay, Elimination Chamber 2006. Yeah, sure. So.
Yeah. So my
Actually,
dad.
I think it was New Year's Revolution. My fault.
Yeah, that's right.
It was New Year's
yeah.
Revolution. I'm sorry, it was not Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber was the match that they had at New Year's Revolution in Indianapolis. I think it was at that time.
No shit, really?
I'm pretty sure it was in Indianapolis.
My dad, so I lived in Washington State at the time, and my dad took us all out to Hooters. And boy, I was pissed when Edge came out because John Cena went through all that fucking shit in the Elimination Chamber.
He wins the title and he's pumped.
Won
and
it.
It's like,
he's like bleeding. He's like covered in blood. And then all of a sudden, Edge.
Actually, it was no chance. That's just what you got. And then Vince McMahon walks out, right? And he's like, he goes, and then you see Edge and he cashes in and then runs down the ramp. Pins him. I mean, it hits him with a spear, then pins him. I think
that was some fucking bullshit, man.
But yeah, totally insane. Listen,
I was sitting there.
He has too many main event style matches and controversial moments to not be a Hall of Famer. Okay?
That's fine, but
that's my reasoning behind him being.
But he was just there. That's how I say it.
He just wasn't there long enough.
He was just fucking there. Like all the highlighted moments. Yeah. Like the first table, ladders, and chairs match, right?
He was there. Right?
Yeah, but the fucking Hardy Boys were the highlight of that shit.
He was the one that got speared onto the ground from the Hardy. Actually,
he speared Jeff Hardy.
He speared Jeff Hardy off the ladder to the ground.
Was that the first time the ladder got broken?
Okay. Then
was with Edge?
The Undertaker and Edge SummerSlam, I think circa 2008 in Indianapolis again.
Damn.
Goes through the side of the cell, comes back in, gets pinned by the Undertaker. Undertaker walks out, turns around, walks back down the ramp, then proceeds to go up a 10-foot ladder and choke slam him through the ring, and then the ring catches on fire. Arguably one of the Undertaker's biggest moments, while also equally being one of the biggest moments for him. Then he proceeds to go right at the next WrestleMania and face Mick Foley in an Extreme Rules match with a lit on fire table and gets speared through a lit on fire table at WrestleMania, burns his back, the whole 9 yards. I'm telling you, there's too many moments to not put him as a fucking
dude. He was madly offended. He was ready for that comment.
I had tapped out of wrestling by that time, so I was not really. I mean,
how long was he? He wasn't even in the mix for 10 years.
So he was a wrestler until like 2011, I think 11, 12. Then he got hurt with a neck injury, I think.
Fucked him.
Then he came back like last year and then did a.
He wrestled again?
No, 2 years ago. Then he did a short run, got hurt again, then came back and then did a short run. They gave him this goodbye from WWE. Now he's with AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just still not a big Edge fan.
He's just not like. I don't know.
I like Chris Jericho
sure, those
more
big
than
moments,
Edge,
but like. To me, he just was never a memorable character on the mic.
It's because he was. Listen, that's like saying Umaga is not a memorable character. I remember Umaga fucking people up for a regular basis. Like the feud between him and John Cena at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, that was lit.
Yeah.
And then
that's how I feel about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, Brock Lesnar's a big bad motherfucker because he went to the UFC and actually beat the shit out of people. Yeah. But like
he got paid lots of money to do that.
But like his character in the UFC is just that. Like he's just Brock Lesnar. He's a bad motherfucker. But like his shit on the mic was never
horrible.
You know what I mean? Like to me that just is a big thing about it. You know, you want to hear something really crazy?
Sure.
I kind of like the Paul that's in there. What's it? Logan Paul? Is he the one that's in WWE right now? I kind of like that he's there, bro. He's a good pro wrestler.
He's acrobatic. He's able to stay with
very entertaining.
And he's an entertaining person to watch in WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he makes more sense doing that than him fucking being a boxer.
You want my opinion? Somebody that's not a Hall of Famer that could potentially be a Hall of Famer?
Let's hear it.
I don't think that Cesaro is a Hall of Famer, even though he wrestled for a long time. I don't think that Finley is a Hall of Famer.
No.
I don't think that Mark
dude wrestled for
Henry
5
should
years.
really be a Hall of Famer.
Wait, are all of those dudes are in the Hall of Fame?
I think Mark Henry's in the Hall of Fame.
Mark Henry
Is Finley?
should.
I don't know if Finley is, and I don't know about Great. I think Great Khali might be.
Mark
But
Henry's
really?
the
none of
strongest
those
man in
three
the
should
world.
be.
Wow.
In
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, he should be.
I mean, but he was just always like a background character. You know what I mean? Like he was never really the highlight of the night.
Same thing
you
with
know?
Bobby Lashley and shit.
They need to come out and
just coming back and forth.
Bobby Lashley should never be in the Hall of Fame either.
No.
Yeah.
He
You
didn't
don't think
wrestle,
so?
what, for 5 years?
That's. I don't
think
think I've
that-
ever heard him talk on a microphone.
I think that somebody that is going to go in the Hall of Fame and for good reason will be Kofi Kingston.
yeah. Yeah.
Kofi
Entertaining.
Kingston will go into the.
You know
Hall
who
of-
I really like that is like super underrated?
Who?
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin will never go in the Hall of
Nah.
Fame. But
He's
the,
a fucking beast, though.
but
I
the,
love
but
He didn't
the
wrestle long
springboard
at all.
off the ropes into the Sweet Chin Music by Shawn Michaels was lit. It was electric.
He's so great.
Yeah, he was entertaining.
I
but he
forgot
wasn't-
about that guy. Holy
His run
shit.
as the Intercontinental Champion was great.
Very
was
good.
wild.
It was
yeah.
great.
It was very good.
He just never got the push. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
that R-Truth should go into the Hall of Fame.
Stop it. Stop it.
Listen, with what he's doing right now in the WWE,
Stop
it is
it.
very interesting and very fun.
I think
It's so interesting to watch.
I think that they have too many Hall of Fames. Like they should. I don't think they should have one every year because now it's oversaturated. Like they're just pumping motherfuckers in
Well,
there.
I don't think that they're going to have. I think they have too many people go in a year. Like
That's fair. Yeah.
Like they should have one once a year, but I think they should limit to like 4, maybe 5.
How many
people.
go in?
Like literally 8 or 9 people every single year.
That's
go.
crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, by that time, everyone's going to get in it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. They got motherfuckers that are still wrestling that are in the Hall of Fame now. Right?
What?
I'm trying to think. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
Rey Mysterio's in the Hall of Fame. He's wrestling.
And he's still wrestling.
But I think that
What the fuck?
But,
Right.
but let's point out the people that are not in the Hall of Fame that are going to easily be in the Hall of Fame that are still wrestling, like Randy Orton,
Yes.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think Batista will make it into the Hall of Fame?
easily. I think he already is in the Hall of Fame, actually.
Really? Oh, shit.
Damn, dude, I
think
forgot
that,
he wrestled.
I think that they will honorarily put Bray Wyatt in the Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure.
I never
Yo,
liked him
someone was
either.
selling a Bray Wyatt fucking card today on one of the Facebook groups. I think it was like $250 or something. I was gonna send it to Ricky, but I was like, nah.
I think
I don't know
that
if he's even into cards. So I was like, fuck
I
it.
want to. I already have the Fiend Funko Pop, so I'm kind of cool there. But I did see one this weekend that was the holiday version of it. It's pretty cool, but it was like him in red and green, like, and he had a Santa hat on. I was like, bro, that shit's kind of lit. I probably
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, it was like $30. I probably should have bought it, but I didn't. But man, I think that I agree with what you're saying to an extent. I really think there's way too many people going into the Hall of Fame. And like,
Yeah.
I think that this year they're going to put, because WrestleMania is in Philadelphia, okay? Philadelphia is the home of ECW.
ECW.
Okay.
ECW.
So
ECW.
I think that they should put in somebody that's like maybe not as great, but should go in. Like they should put a Tommy Dreamer. or
What?
they
He's
should
definitely in it.
Or they should put in
The Sandman.
Sabu.
Sabu.
Sabu would be lit.
I think that they might put Paul Heyman in.
Yeah.
I think that would be
make sense.
Literally, it would be lit
You think Rob Van Dam will be in the Hall of Fame?
as long as they let him smoke a joint on stage.
Yeah.
Wait,
They
what?
better put him in.
Swear to God, Rob Van Dam got kicked out of the WWE for smoking pot.
Bruh.
Yep.
Now he owns his own cannabis company.
Yeah. So does Ric Flair.
Yes.
No shit.
Yep. The Ric Flair drip.
I feel like you made that up, but it
No,
sounds
100%
right.
real.
Really?
100%.
Huh.
He's on the Joe Rogan podcast.
All right. All
Talking
right.
It's the
about
same way as Wiz Khalifa's got Khalifa Kush. Like
Oh,
his
I know,
own
KK.
company.
KK.
Yeah. So,
Ric Flair drip go woo on a bitch.
I think that somebody that is exceptionally overrated, but he has really good storytelling, is Sting.
Oh, okay.
You said he's overrated?
I think he's very overrated, but his storytelling's really good.
I think his
But I don't
overrated
think that he
makes sense,
has-
though.
But I'm saying I don't think he has the. I don't want to say Riz, but he just doesn't have like that.
There is, yeah.
He doesn't
dude,
have
he's
that
fucking
thing
77.
to me that's just like, man, I just love watching Sting's matches.
He's old.
I could
How
go back-
old is he? He's old,
I could go
dude.
back and watch The Rock. I could go back and watch Shawn Michaels or Triple H or literally anybody in that era. Goldberg, for instance, which is another person that I'm like, I'm 50-50 on if he should be in the Hall of Fame. The only reason I put him in is because of his 100 and some match streak with him being undefeated.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I just don't go back and watch Sting wrestle.
That's for the old heads, bro.
I think Shawn Michaels is overrated too.
I think Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest entertainers ever to wrestle.
Ooh.
Very, very piss poor.
Yeah.
Very bad take.
I don't know. I would never go back and watch a Shawn
Dude,
Michaels match.
DX, though?
I would.
DX?
Hell in a Cell.
DX is a different story. DX is just a different story.
I would say Shawn Michaels Hell in a Cell, one of the best matches he ever had. The Montreal Screwjob is obviously one of the most
His
controversial
character-
matches
yeah.
in WWE history.
His character was
I would
good.
much rather go back and watch a Bret Hart match.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Ultimate Warrior. I mean, that's another good one I watched at that time.
Yeah.
Yo, do you have WWE Network?
Yeah. If you have Peacock, you have WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
went
have
back
every
to
streaming service I think that you can get.
Do you really?
Swear to God, I have Amazon Prime. I have
Oh.
Hulu. I have Peacock. I have Paramount Plus. I have. I don't know if we have HBO Go because we have Prime.
Wait a second, bro. I'm about to put you on game. Do you pay for Paramount Plus?
Do I pay for it? No. If you have Amazon Prime, you get it for free.
Okay. Same thing with
Hulu,
Disney.
or with Disney and
Yeah.
HBO.
Yeah.
I went
you
back.
can buy multiple. Like there's different packages you can buy, but like the best package comes with all that shit.
I went back to when Stone Cold stopped being the ringmaster and started going by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, so when you're saying you talk about your prayers, you talk about John 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 just whooped your ass.
Yeah, but this was still like a year beyond that, even like before then.
Right.
Like literally the day after he stopped being the ringmaster and started going as Stone Cold Steve Austin is when I picked up and just started watching every
like
Monday Night
94
Raw.
or 95, something like that.
I want to say it was 96. I want to say 96.
96. I think 95
Maybe
might have
late
been whenever he
95.
did the Austin 3:16 promo.
No, that was King of the Ring 96.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Triple H was supposed to win that.
What'd you say?
Triple H was supposed to win that.
And then he got hurt.
Or no, he got punished by Vince McMahon because him and Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and fucking Razor Ramon all came together at the end of a house show and like celebrated their leaving to go to
Yeah.
WCW, and Vince was pissed. But he was obsessed with Shawn Michaels and fucking loved him.
Wait,
so
they
he
went
punished
to
Triple H.
ECW
No, they went to
WCW.
WCW.
or WCW?
Yeah.
Yeah, they became the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
In NWO. They did the
Damn,
red
dude,
and
I
black.
don't remember that at all.
The NWO and WCW was pretty electric. I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah.
it was kicking WWE's ass for a fat minute, and like, dude, they had Dennis Rodman do a match.
I knew that.
They had who else was a part of the Wolf Pack? There was
I
somebody
say like
else
I don't
that was
remember,
super
like I was
popular
fucking
part of the
born
Wolf
then.
Pack.
The
Can't think
brothers, right? Hart brothers.
No, the Wolfpack was Kevin Nash.
Oh, Kevin Nash, Jesus Christ.
Sting
That's my
became
mom's
part
favorite.
of the Wolfpack, even though he was part of originally NWO. He
Macho
My
Man.
mom and dad used to
Huh?
watch it heavy.
Macho Man was in NWO, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Hulk Hogan
Kevin Nash,
was-
dude.
Yeah, he
Was
went
it
to
Diesel?
NWO. Yep.
That's his
Diesel.
other
yeah,
name? Yeah.
Kevin Nash went as Diesel.
X-Pac was.
Yeah, but he was a part of DX first at that point.
Well, no, because then he got transferred. He was at WWF. Then he went to WCW. Then he came back to WWF, right?
I think that WWE, the only reason they won the Monday Night Wars was because of DX.
Yeah.
I'm about to go back and watch that shit.
I mean,
that DX shit was fun.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. I mean, let's be honest, bro.
But listen, DX invading WCW might have been the most bold-ass move that they could have done.
Oh, wow.
Surely it was
I
planned,
mean,
but it was like, this still...
No, I mean,
No?
like, they brought cameras with them or whatever, but they rented a tank and a car and drove from where where Monday Night Raw was all the way to where they were taping WCW, and literally went down the ramp like they were going to enter the ring or enter the building, and were banging on the door and shit, trying to get them to open the door to go and invade WCW.
Damn.
That was, I mean...
I missed out on a lot then, because I don't fucking remember seeing that.
I remember seeing the Tank promo.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have to go back and watch it again. I don't remember it all that well.
But I do think that okay, what is the best era in WWE? Do you think it's ruthless aggression?
I think
attitude.
I just think like
Attitude.
late 98 into the 2001, probably the best.
I think
probably
you
best
could go.
time.
I think you could go from 98 to 2008 and be literally.
That's fair.
The best
Absolutely.
wrestling product they've ever made was
Ever.
in a 10-year span from 98 to 2008. As soon as The Rock and as soon as Stone Cold went away and stuff like that, and they were trying to find new talent, and then that's whenever they came out. They started coming out with Rey Mysterio, and they came out with
Yep.
Cena.
They
Cena's
came out
big
with
then, yeah.
Brock Lesnar. They came out with Goldberg made a return. I mean, literally, like all
Yeah.
these people, like after WCW shut down and stuff like that, like literally, it just like was an overwhelming amount of wrestling content.
Yeah.
Of people that came together and made wrestling what it is.
There's just a lot of talent. Plus, it was before social media. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
It was
true.
like, man, it sucks.
Think about. I mean, you're right. Think about. I mean, 1998 was Hell in a Cell was Undertaker and Mankind.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That motherfucker was crazy.
you wouldn't take a bump off the top of a cell.
Bro, no.
He said, "Bro, no."
No.
Bro, I just watched a documentary on Mick Foley, and how did he pull like one of the baddest bitches? Like
That-
he
I
had
don't
such
know,
a pretty
dude.
wife, bro. Like
Good for him.
how the
though.
fuck? Yeah.
Felt the
him.
same way as I'm about to pull these chicken wings into my mouth from the Applebee's whenever we leave.
Oh, well, anyways, thank you for,
Thank you for being here. I'm glad to see you.
Applebee's is calling our names.
We came, we saw, we conquered.
I haven't seen all of that, though, but yeah.
The reigning,
That
defending,
dude is-
undisputed Universal Champions.
It's a good
From the
time.
podcast game.
It's a good time if you go back to like 96 Monday Night Raw. Just start hitting them from there. They're entertaining. I mean, a lot of the mid card wrestling is fucking ass.
Right.
Some of the characters just blow.
Doink the Clown, bro. Like,
Well, Doink was actually good, but
okay, but I'm just saying, like, nobody's really out here being like, oh, man,
Random
I'm excited to watch a
No.
Doink the Clown match.
fuck no. Yeah, but yeah.
It's almost like on Monday Night Raw circa 2006, and they're like, man, I can't wait to watch a Eugene match.
Yeah. I liked Eugene a lot.
I did not like it. I mean, I understood his character like now that I'm older, but I wasn't at that age. I was not like, yeah, Eugene's wrestling tonight.
Yeah.
I'm
Bro,
so
his
pumped.
favorite segment was was it Mr. Perfect when he put him in a fucking...
Ooh,
or
that was
that's Chris
Masters.
Master. That's the Master
the
Lock.
Master Lock.
The Master
That was his
Lock
favorite
Challenge.
segment.
Oh yeah, he did that to Eugene, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, that fucking piece of shit. I was so pissed about that. I felt so bad
I
for
was like,
Eugene.
hey, I remember that. I was like, man, you really are beating up on a cripple. That's so
what I
sad,
was
bro. I
like.
was mad. Bro.
Yeah.
He had me
That
pretty
was the
tight.
point.
Yeah.
But Bobby Lashley, I think, was the first person
Yes.
to ever break out of the Master
Yeah.
Lock.
Yeah.
But
I
all
have
right.
so much
Damn.
dumbass wrestling knowledge, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jesus
All right, let's go
Christ.
get some goddamn wings.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Shirley.
Follow us on social media. Tell us what you love and what you don't love. If you don't, I don't care. Actually, I do, because it would make me sad if you didn't.
His customer service
But
voice.
I love you. I'll see you in the next one.